Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another Psgl League race. Today we are at Brazil for round number 9 of the F3 Championship, and this was my fastest qualifying lap. It was a one-shot quali because of some complications in qualifying, so I decided to start on the soft tyre. I'm pretty sure a 2-stop was the only way to get around here quickly. I mean, a 1-stop was possible, but you really had to conserve your tyres, so I decided to start on the soft tyre, go into hards in the middle stint and go into mediums at the end. But overall, this is actually quite a good lap. I did a lot of practice on this track. This was, I'd say, one of my favourite tracks and probably my last chance to win a race this season. Maybe Abu Dhabi, but I'm going to have to really practice if I want to win that race. So, yeah, you can see it's actually been a very, very good lap. I think we actually go purple in Sector 2. Crossing the... Yeah, we do go purple in Sector 2. And throughout the weekend, we're getting incredible traction at the final corner, so running up to the line, up the hill obviously. It's been a solid lap overall, DRS open, taking the shortest line possible. We crossed the line and it did say we set the fastest lap, but AMS does beat us to it annoyingly, so I did think we got pole position for a second there. But we do get second place, so we have the inside line for turn number 1, and you can see, looking at the results, less than a tenth separates myself and AMS. But as we go into the race, here we go. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go. And it's been a fantastic start for us. We're already alongside the McLaren. Inside line for turn number 1. Can we get round? We're going to have to go around his outside at turn number 2. And he, yeah, just completely squeezed us off track. We lose second place and get down to 3rd. Dougie now challenging AMS down towards turn number 4. And I was a little bit annoyed at that, but AMS running a bit wide on the exit of 4 gets a poor run out of that corner. Dougie takes the lead, and we're going to try and go alongside AMS. Outside line for turn number 5. Can we carry the speed? Yes, we can. Round the outside we go, back up into 2nd place. Now can we challenge Toro Rosso for P1? I knew my strategy was a quick strategy, so all I need to do is keep my head down, not get any damage, and just focus on putting in consistent lap times and maybe try and just pull a gap on the cars around me. Coming on to the end of lap number 1, onto lap number 2, we're going to try on the outside of the Toro Rosso, but we just didn't have we didn't have the momentum to carry our speed round. Coming through turn number 3, and AMS just appears out of nowhere up the inside. He retakes 2nd place, and it's actually looking like quite a good fight between the top 3 here. Is AMS going to go for a move into turn number 4? No, he's not. Braking very, very early, and we almost hit the back of him, but we just avoid him. And it's looking like the top 3 are slowly pulling away despite battling each other. And while this was happening, I knew that it was probably strategy that was going to decide this. And coming on to lap number 5, you can see we're still in 3rd place, and Narayan in 4th place right behind us. So he has actually held on to the back of us here, but AMS and Dougie both come into the pit at the end of lap number 5. We decide to put it up into rich mix and push, because next lap we're going to pit and we're going to react to them, going onto the hard tyre. Going a little bit wide into turn number 1, which isn't going to help us at all. We're coming to the end of lap number 6. Into the pit we go to fit the hard tyre. And we absolutely nailed that pit entry. We couldn't have gained any more time if we had wanted, but into the pit we go. And honestly, I didn't know where AMS and Dougie were at this stage. I was keeping an eye on the top left, keeping an eye out for their names. And you can see as I exit the pit, Dougie in P number 9, so it's going to be close as we come out the pit. Are we going to jump the Toro Rosso? I had no idea where AMS was at this stage. But we have the inside line for turn number 3, obviously, as we exit the pit, and we do get out ahead of the Toro Rosso. So I think that, well, at this stage I thought it was provisional P2, but it actually turns out that AMS did actually get held up in traffic, so we are provisional P1 at this stage. And over the next couple laps, the medium tyre runners did come into the pit, and we were just making up positions thanks to pit stops. So obviously at this stage I was pushing hard because I assumed AMS was quite far ahead, as obviously I didn't see him. So I was really trying to put in some good laps, try and close the gap to him, because I knew I was consistent around this track. And as more and more cars came into the pit, I slowly started to realise that I wasn't seeing AMS at all come onto the back of Milan Pop. You can see Narayan is actually behind me, so he's jumped Dougie as well. He's on the hard tyre, so I think we're on the same strategy. Luckily Milan Pop does get out of the way. I think he knew he was on a completely different strategy to the people behind him, so thank you for getting out of the way. They're up into P4 for us. On to lap number 50, we move up into P3. thanks to pit stops, and Narayan still behind us, still in that slipstream, just getting pulled along. I'm actually going to move up into P2 as Yarham comes out of the pit on the medium tyre. And the second I saw that, I realised I was actually technically in the lead of this race, as on the next lap Fragglepool comes into the pit and we take the lead of the race. And now it was a matter of just putting in the consistent lap times and holding Narayan back. Obviously he'd been behind us for quite a while and just wasn't able to actually make an overtake. With the DRS and the slipstream, he was able to keep up with us, but just wasn't close enough to make a move. And we were just able to get a fantastic traction out of this corner, and that was what was keeping us in first place. I mean, consistently doing that, and you can see down the straight we're opening the gap to Narayan, and once again coming through the final corner you're going to see just how much traction we can get and how much we actually increase the gap up the hill. If we look behind us, I think we do. No, we don't. But I needed to stretch these tyres to at least lap 23 so I could push on the mediums to the end. However, we did have a problem at this stage. Someone came into my room and was talking to me, so that was incredibly off-putting, and annoyingly I was asked to go do something. I put up a fight, but you're going to see what happens. We have to pause it. So from the lead of the race, it's looking like obviously a slight fight, but looking good for a very decent finish, let's say. You can see, well, now first and second place have got past us, and because it was on easy AI, we were just, I don't know, it was like 2-minute lap times, something ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna, spoiler alert, we're gonna lose this race thanks to this interruption. But obviously, because it's an AI car and we were told to pit, the AI car does just that. It comes into the pit, and I think this was lap 22 or maybe even 21. I think 22. But we come into the pit thanks to AI car fitting the medium tyre, so that's the strategy gone. That's our race position gone. That's a heap of time gone. And that is the race win well and truly gone. So after a lap and a half of being paused and losing a heap of time, we unpause it, we come back, and we're in 11th place, which was fucking amazing to see. So now it was time to push like hell and make up these positions. Come on to the back of Courtois on the next lap. I think he comes into the pit. We're going to have DRS and slipstream, but I do think he comes into the pit. Does he? Does he keep to the left? Yes, he does. So Courtois is out of the way, up into P number 9, I think. Yep, thanks to pit stop. Someone else pit ahead of us. Ash Best also in the pit, so that's us up into P8. Now next is Milan Pop. Can we chase him down? He's on the hard tyre and on a 1-stop, I think. And halfway through this lap, we are right onto the back of Milan Pop. I think that's Fragglepool and AMS, but Milan Pop braking incredibly early. And that is a broken wing for us, which is fantastic. And given my anger at this stage in the race, that just, I don't even have any words. That just added to the pain. But I did notice, you may actually spot it, but the slipstream glitch was enabled because DRS and slipstream. And we're losing an incredible amount of time to the Mercedes car. So with broken wing, the slipstream glitch, we're not going to get past this Mercedes. You can see right onto the back. He's not even got DRS this time, but slipstream and DRS, and we are just not getting anywhere near him, or just not close enough. And with the broken wing, we can't get anywhere near him. He loosed the back end out of turn 4, but we just can't get past him. This was the end of the race for us. We just could not get past this Mercedes car. Incredibly frustrating. We could have won this race had it not been for that interruption. So yeah, you can see we're just struggling to get the car turned in. Obviously I wasn't going to pit because I'd lose points, but we can't do anything to get past this Mercedes car on lap number 30, come to the end of lap number 30, and now onto the final lap. We couldn't get past him. That was the end of our race. We're going to come home in a dismal P7. So yeah, that was the Brazilian Grand Prix for us, losing a win. And here are the results. You may want to look at them quickly because immediately I leave the session in anger. But let's take a look at those race results. So here are the race results. Narayan taking the win, and I'm not going to say it's an undeserved win, but I feel like I could have battled for that win, let's say. Let's not try and cause too much drama. But Johan finishes in second, You Know Me finishes in third, AMS fourth, Fragglepool fifth, Milan Pop sixth, we finished seventh, Ashley finishes eighth, Ashbest ninth, and Coyle comes home for the final point at the Brazilian Grand Prix. And yeah, that is our race. An absolutely dismal performance. Well, the first half was an amazing performance, absolutely perfect, but the second half, absolutely dismal. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, remember to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new on here. Thank you guys for watching, and see ya.